Hi guys, I showed you earlier how I stored my dies. I thought I'd take a minute to show you how I store my stamps too. I had to clean out my stamps and stuff and dies, and everything was like, when you work it I should put it back, and sometime I do, sometime I don't. So while I'm doing this, I'll show you, for some of you who don't have a system at all, or a system that doesn't necessarily work. This works for me perfectly. I find it's economical, and I find it works great. Now, if you Stampin' Up! And Close to My Heart, Close to My Heart, I might have one or two, but I don't have a whole lot of those. Or Stampin' Up!, I got rid of most of what I had. But the ones that I did keep, those are in their own case, put away on the shelf. But for everything else that comes in, it comes in a package or whatever. This is what I do. I buy the plain CD plastic in cases, whatever. They're just the envelopes. And I pay $20 on Amazon.ca. This is Canada. $20 for 100. Well, there's a lot of storage here for 100. And then I add them on. I just put them in there. I categorize them again the way it works for me. So all my alphabets are in here, and like the birthdays and whatnot. And I have some that do have dies. Oh yes, when they're too long to fit in one of these, what I do is I cut it in half. Then I'll insert a piece of cardstock, just any scrap that I have, and so I can see the pictures better on each side. But I mean, it takes a minute, and it stores so well. And if I have some with dies, which I do, somewhere is here, if I can find it. Let's say, for an example, these little monsters. So if I have these, and I have dies to match, I just store them in the back. That way they're easy to find, and they're exactly with my stamps. I don't put them in with my stash of dies. Okay? So that works for me. I'm hoping that it'll maybe work for you too. Pardon me. I categorize them in the way, like I said, the way I see fit for me, as in backgrounds and steampunk and beverages and flowers and you name it. And when there are too many for just one, let's say for an example, I bought this one here, was Fiskar, I believe, or something like that. But it was a really big set. I just add the sets together. Like when I cut them down to put them in, and I just put a piece of tape on the bottom. It holds all three together. Well, first I put the tape between the two, and then the three together. And so I pull them out. I know which one I want, but it goes with the same set. It works for me. It might work for you guys. If I end up having two, I do the same system. But it works really well, and I just have all my stamps here together, and I'm just getting ready to do a whole bunch more and then cleaning out. And yeah, I thought I'd show you because it works really well. And on that same note, I'm going to show you a real quick one. That's how I store also my embossing folders. And these are all dollar store baskets. The same size as what I use. They're all the same size. The ones that I use for my dies, stamps, embossing folder. And I have a full one like this only in Christmas stamps. So they work really good. I categorize them like I do everything else. And these are my my plates, so they're a little bigger, but they fit in the back. It don't bother me at all. And I just have them all in all my rounds and my bricks and so forth, and it works perfectly. As you can tell, I just want something, I pull it out. You know, I don't have tons of them, but I do have a good amount. So I thought maybe you'd guys like to see that. And I can show you other things, how I store other things at a later time. Dollar store, guys, that's all it is. cardstock with a tab to tell me what category I put them in. And these fit really nice, and you can tell they don't take any room. It doesn't take any room. And if I want to grab something, bring it to my desk, I just grab the whole tray. It's really, really simple. I've been using this for years. And you can not only get white, I like white, but you can get any color, really, and it works real fine. All right, I hope you enjoyed this, and this is me, Yvonne, calling it a day. Have a great week for crafting.